All right, Fitness Experiment is live with 2024 HYROX Anaheim. We got the men's pro division just kicking off now, 6:20 local time, Anaheim, California. Hunter in his first race since World Championships at Nice. This is the first race he's doing in the 24-25 season. Everybody's excited to see how he does. Some of the other guys we got. Let's see. Let's just run down some of the names here. Some of the names I wrote down for guys to watch. Obviously, Hunter McIntyre. We've got Austin Azar. We've got Jake Gibbs, Grady Jackson, Grayson Kilgore. Johnny Mares is another one who's kind of always sort of middle of a pack with some elite guys. I don't expect him to be right up near the front, but he races a lot and he's a really fit dude. So look for him to do well also. Not quite, I would say not quite as stacked as the women's pro, which we did a video on. Check the channel for that. I did some live commentary for the women. That was, I would say, a little bit more of a stacked field. There's quite a few big names going on in the women, including Bethany Flores, a multiple times CrossFit Games athlete, who did really well in the first individual pro HYROX race. All right. Also, big shout out, Hybrid Fitness Media. I'm going to pull up the screen here. Just a second. There we go. So, big shout out to Hybrid Fitness Media. We are using their live stream on Instagram, so go follow them on Instagram as well as YouTube. Matt Davis does a lot of cool interviews with a lot of these athletes. Puts out a lot of great content on Instagram. He's got some previews like a couple days before the race. He'll put out as well for different people to watch. So definitely check that out. And big thanks to them for providing some live coverage. So you'll see I've got their screen up here, and then I'll just kind of be talking through things. And I've got the live results as well pulled up, so I'll be able to give you guys some splits to let you know where different athletes are, how to kind of get things going here. So I'm going to pull up those live splits in the background while we wait for the men's pro to come into the first station at the skiers. So waiting first man into the ski erg. If you guys are curious, I will preface this with a spoiler alert. In the women's pro race in Anaheim earlier today, we had Jennifer Thompson taking first place in time of 104.43. We had Chris Rogowski in her first individual race in a while. She's been doing a lot of doubles and relay stuff, but she got back on the individual pro team and finished in second place, and then Maria Fetchik finished in third. So here we go. We've got Hunter in first onto the skier. And I'm going to try to do my best here with these guys. I don't know. I'm not going to know all of these guys and who they are. I'm not sure who that is in second place in the blue short. We'll have to see on the live feed here. Let's pull up. That looks like it might be a man named Douglas. Douglas Gologorski. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but looks like he's there in second, and then it looks like we got Grayson Kilgore in third. He is 6 seconds back from Hunter. We've got Wade Jacobs in fourth. We've got Mark. I'm just going to say Mark B. Do not know how to pronounce your last name. They're Mark, my apologies, from Germany. In fifth, we've got Grady Jackson in sixth. Looks like Austin Azar right now is not in the top 10, but still very early in the race. We'll probably see Hunter is very good at the spear and does like to go out hot, so he may actually have a little bit of lead here coming up the spear, but um, typically the sleds is where things really start to spread out a little bit, so I don't expect to see a ton happening here on the skiers or even on the second run. There are a couple of comments here on HYROX Instagram Live. Hunter with a nice straight line with the cords. Yes, that's a great call. I like that form. A lot of times you'll see people standing a little bit too far back and they don't have a nice straight line from their hands all the way back up to where that cord starts at the top of the spear. So Hunter's got some nice form in the spear. Most of these guys, you'll see actually the guy in second place there with the blue shorts, not quite as straight of a line with the cord. I would say that's probably a little bit less efficient. But Hunter is a multi-time world champion, so he has trained the shit out of the skiers. Obviously, he's always trying to improve, so I'm sure he's pretty dialed in his form. And Hunter is out. Trying to get Hunter's ski time. I'll have to pull it up there later. I'm having his exact ski time. And it looks like they are following. They're trying to get a good position here for the sled push. So we can't see the other guys on the skiers, but I will update you guys. Crowd's into it. You can see they're digging what's going on. All right. All right, top 8 guys are off the skier. We got Hunter first, 8:43 total time, first run in the skier. And then we've got Grayson Kilgore in second. He's 22 seconds back. Jake Gibbs is 23 seconds back. And then Douglas G is in fourth. That was the guy in the blue shorts, I believe. He's 29 seconds back. Grady Jackson, 30 seconds back. Those are your top 5. Still no Austin Azar sighting. That Jason Carroll in ninth. I wonder if that's the Jason Carroll that is a multiple times CrossFit, big CrossFit athlete. I'm not sure if he actually made it to the games 1 or 2 years, but I know there's Jason Carroll that pretty high level CrossFitter. Not sure if that is him or not. So Hunter, Grayson, Jake, Douglas, and then Brady Jackson are your top five. 6 through 10, we've got Wade Jacobs, Chris, Mark Dorfer, and Jason Carroll, and Christopher Monter. My apologies in advance if I'm not pronouncing those names correctly, but I will do my best. And I believe we have Katie Simonson who's doing the live coverage for Hybrid Media. She had a great race earlier today. She raced Women's Pro, finishing in sixth place with a time of 1:09:04. It looks like a little bit of a slower course than some of the times that I saw from the ladies, but we'll get a great feel for it based on what some of these guys are able to do today. Quite a few of these guys have raced multiple races in the past. Hunter's obviously done a ton. I believe Grayson just raced a couple of weekends ago, maybe Chicago, I think. Either Chicago or Dallas, race. So we've got some recent times. And Brady, I know, has done several. So we'll be able to kind of look at their previous times and see how they kind of stack up. But I thought it might have been a little bit of a slower course based on the women's times earlier. But thank you to Katie Simonson for helping out with the video, with the live video footage. A lot of Grayson Kilgore and Jake Gibbs fans in the comments. See my buddy AJ in there too, looking people up with the splits as well. Thanks, AJ. All right, so here's Hunter. First one to the sled, no surprise there. We've got Grayson second to the sled. He's 26 seconds back. Jake Gibbs 35 seconds back. And then Grady Jackson 37 seconds back. Those are the first four into the sled. Looks like Hunter is strategically taking a break here, just one break each time at about the halfway mark. Hunter's in first. We got Grayson in second, Jake Gibbs in third, Grady Jackson in fourth. We got Dorfer in fifth, Douglas Gologorski in sixth. A couple other names here I'm not super familiar with. Daniel Sorensen in seventh, Wade Jacobson eighth, Christopher Monter ninth, Bruno from Mexico. Yeah, Grayson pushing towards us right now. Hunter is almost finished his last push. Grayson taking a brief rest here before he goes back down to his last length. It looks like Brady in the third lane. No, looks like Austin Ava. I don't see that. Looks like Austin, but I don't see. Looks like Austin has the black backwards cap. Yeah, so that's Austin there in the backwards black cap, but he is not showing up at all on the live results on HYROX.com. It's interesting. Jake just went out in third. We got Hunter, Grayson, Jake, Austin. All right, so Katie's heading over to sled pull now. So we got Hunter going first. Grayson was 23 seconds back, leaving the rock zone after the sled push. And then Jake Gibbs is 40 seconds back in third. Katie's doing her best here on the live feed. There's just so many people. There's a lot of women's doubles in the sled pull right now, so we're trying to find a good spot there. So we got Hunter, Grayson, Jake, and Grady Jackson. Those are the top four leaving the rock zone after the sled push. And we got Mark from Germany there in fifth, and Bruno Casillas in sixth from Mexico. Fifth and sixth are a minute 30 back from Hunter in first. So Grayson's still hanging on to Hunter, and then Jake and Grady are still within a minute of him, but it does look like Hunter's out for blood. Just going out hard and seeing who can stay with him. Still no Austin Azar on the live tracking. Um, we'll have to keep an eye on him so that we can see where he's at. All right, looks like Hunter is on his way. Hunter's on his way into the sled pull right now. Looks like he's stopping pretty clear of that back line, which is smart. You can get a 5 meter penalty. I think they give you one warning, and then it's a 5 meter extra pull that you have to do there to step on that back white line. So he's not even really flirting with it that much, which is smart. He put some time on Grayson. Wow. It was only 23 seconds leaving the rock zone, but I feel like he's done an entire pull before Grayson started this first pull. So I think Hunter even put some time on there on the run. His rope's a little caught on his sled. Maybe one of them can grab that. Hopefully, yep, there he goes. Wow, yeah, Grayson put a little time on Jake too. It was Jake Gibbs in third, and that's Grady Jackson there with the big leg tat and the backwards red cap. Wild. All right, so Hunter's done his first two pulls. Grayson's done one pull, so Hunter still has an entire length lead on Grayson. So coming into the pull, Hunter had a 36-second lead on Grayson. Jake Gibbs was another 25 seconds back from that, a whole minute behind Hunter, and then Grady Jackson in a 107 behind Hunter. It looks like I think Austin Azar is in fifth behind Grady Jackson, but he is still not showing up at all uh, on the live results. So I can't give you any splits on Austin. But it did look like Austin was probably 20-ish seconds behind Grady. Be about a minute 30 off the punter's time. Hunter's just about getting done. Grayson. All right, so Hunter's out. Hunter is done, and Grayson is still working on his third pull. So Hunter put even more time on Grayson here in this station. He is definitely going out hard. Huge pull there by Jake Gibbs. He's in third. All right, so Katie's heading out. Getting ready for burpees. Grayson, I think, is about ready to finish up. He probably hasn't crossed the mat yet to go out. Don't have a split on Grayson just yet, but we'll get you one in just a second. Still no split on Grayson. Wow. Hunter absolutely smashed the sled pull. Looks like a good angle too. Katie's in a good spot there for us. Go follow Hybrid Fitness Media over on Instagram and YouTube. Katie Simonson raced earlier in the Women's Pro, and she is handling the coverage for Hybrid Fitness Media on Instagram. So go check them out. They're posting a lot of cool previews of people watching the different races. And I think Matt Davis is actually at a CrossFit competition this weekend, um, putting up a bunch of content about fit test happening over in the UK. So definitely give them a follow. I think you got some splits here in just a second. So AJ's already on it, but you'll see you've got Hunter going first, opened up a bigger lead on Grayson. Grayson's a minute 14 back. Jake Gibbs is 148 back from Hunter, and Grady is 155 back. So pretty close between 2, 3, and 4, especially between Jake and Grady in third and fourth. I will show you guys here what's going on with the splits. Here are the top four guys right now. So you got Hunter, and then Grayson's 114 back, Jake 148, and Grady is 155 back. So really nice race right now between third and fourth, but still plenty of race left to happen. Still waiting to see who's in fifth. So far, it's Hunter, Grayson, Jake, and Grady. I think Austin Azar was fifth coming into the sled pull. Not going to know a split on him. He's probably pretty close to Grady as well in that bunch between Grady and Austin. But can't get your split on him. He's not showing up on their official results. Looks like Hunter just started his burpee broad jumps. And he is not doing his normal bounce up, bounce down. He is stepping up, which I think is different than what he normally does. He normally jumps back, jumps up, and does his broad jump. He is taking a brief pause on his knees, goes down to his chest, comes up into like all fours on his knees, and then steps up with his left foot, steps up with his right and jumps. That's definitely a different technique that I have not seen Hunter do in a race before, but obviously he's been practicing this way. Probably going to keep his heart rate a little bit lower than what he normally does. But he's obviously training a ton. He knows what he's doing, and he's prepared to do that. So it's interesting. A different technique. My girlfriend Kaylee's here in the background, and she just starts giggling. I think she's actually watching the feed, and she's giggling at a comment, probably one of the movie references that I don't understand. Ah, Kayla's loving Katie's effort to try to make her way through the crowd. She is working hard to make sure she gets good shots. There we go. All right, so there's Hunter back on screen. People are saying really clean burpees. Dave, the head judge for DECA and DECA Fit, he's saying really clean burpees. Um, the two main things we look at with the burpees is when you go to start your burpee, that you put your hands down no more than a foot length in front of where your toes are. Which Hunter is definitely within that range, not really even pushing them at all. And then the other thing is when you finish your broad jump, you want your feet to be right next to each other, parallel to each other, not have one foot way out in front of the other. Your feet have to stay behind where your hands are when you step up your burpee. He's doing all those things really well. Hunter just finished his burpees. To give you guys an idea, Grayson was about 130 behind Hunter coming into the burpees. Jake was 2 minutes back, and Grady was about 210. So Hunter is continuing to expand. Well, I wouldn't say expanded his lead that much before the burpees, but I think Grayson's taking a little bit more time on the ground before he stands up from his burpees. He's also not bringing his feet all the way up to his hands, so he's losing just a little bit. That one was a little better, but he's not bringing his feet all the way up to the fingertips of the hands there. Which he could get a little bit extra, which could just save him one or two burpees over the course of the whole 80 meters. Easier said than done when you're trying to chase a multiple time world champion. So we got AJ Golick giving us some updates on Hunter's world record pace. He's saying he's not on world record pace. He was 28:44 for the rock zone coming out of the burpee broad jump, but AJ apparently looked up his foot for his world record, and he is behind his world record. So not on pace right now. But there we got Jake in the foreground and Grady in the background with the hat. Jake is, ooh, Jake taking a long time to stand up there on his burpee. And you got Austin Nazar in fifth. I like this battle we got going on here between Jake, Grady, and Austin. The three of these guys are really tight. Third, fourth, and fifth. quick update on some of the other guys. So Hunter, Grayson, Jake, Grady, and Austin, 1 through 5. After that, we've got Christopher Montpere, Mike Fetchik. I believe that's the husband of Maria Fetchik, an Elite 15 female who was so earlier. Bruno Casillas from Mexico in 7th, Jason Carroll in 8th, Wade Jacobs in 9th, and Mark Dorfer in 10th from Germany. And actually, 6 through 10 are really 7 through 11 because Austin is in there at number 5. So bump everybody down 1 spot. Looks like Katie is running over to get a good spot in her row. She's actually on the race course right now. Nice. They let her in. Maybe we'll even get some splits now since she's in there. She'll be able to peek over the shoulder of somebody. We'll be able to see how hard they're rowing. All right, Hunter, first one to the rope. And if you don't know, he's a pretty good rower. He was only training to be in the Olympics for a little bit for some rowing. So I expect him not really to lose any time. He's having some fun with Chris Pogloski. Got her in the tan colored shirt, maybe right in front of Hunter, I think. Just on the other side of the barricade, I think that's Chris. Chris had a great race earlier today in the women's pro, finishing in 2nd place behind Jennifer Thompson. Good to see Chris back racing individual again. If you guys don't know too, Chris is one of those athletes that stays around the entire rest of the games. He's either cheering somebody on, or volunteering, or judging, or helping out in some way. But, I've been to races with her before, OCR races as well as HYROX and Deca races. She's just volunteering all friggin' day. She's just awesome like that. So I love to see elite level athletes that do that. I think it's really cool. Hang out with us age groupers for the rest of the day. So Grayson's coming in now. So Grayson's still in 2nd place. Get a split and see how far back he is now. This very well might be a really, really awesome race for Grayson too. It's just Hunter is just Hunter. I mean, he's kind of in a league of his own when he's on. So Hunter has about a little over a 500-meter lead, and he's pulling 146 pace right now on his row. That 500-meter lead equates to about a minute and 40 seconds. All right, so it looks like Grady made a little bit of a pass on Jake there. Not much. This came in 1 or 2 seconds before Jake. So Hunter's in 1st, Grayson Kilgore in 2nd, Grady Jackson in 3rd, and Jake Gibbs in 4th. Grady and Jake basically came in at the same time on the row. They are 2 minutes and 35 seconds behind Hunter at this point, and just under a minute behind Grayson. So Grayson is still a good bit ahead of Grady and Jake, holding on to 2nd. Hunter is out there all by himself right now, but it'll be interesting to see. I know Grady's a really smart racer. I don't know much about Jake, but I've actually raced with Grady Deca Fit Ultra earlier this summer. He's a super cool dude, but he's also a pretty smart guy. So I think he's going to run a smart race. So I'm curious to see if he is pacing himself really well and maybe able to chase down Grayson. Nothing against Grayson. He's another really smart athlete. All these guys are. But I've raced with Grady before, and I just kind of get that feeling that like he might be still saving some up to make a charge later on in the race. So Hunter is out of the rower now. He came in a minute 40 ahead of Grayson. We'll see if he made up even more time on Grayson. See if looks like Austin is in there now as well. So Austin is in fifth behind Jake. He's in the black shorts, black cap. So right now we're looking at Grayson, Grady, Jake, and Austin in second through fifth. Still no sixth place into the row yet. Looks like Katie just got kicked out. We love your effort, though, Katie. Thank you so much for jumping in there and getting us some paces. She got us based on Hunter. He's running a 146. So she was able to get us some extra info. So thank you, Katie. Back to being a spectator again. That's Grayson exiting the row. I think he has split here in just a second on Grayson behind Hunter. All right, Grayson is 146 behind Hunter. I think he's only 141 behind him coming in. So he only dropped 5 seconds to Hunter on the row, which I would say is very good. I actually expected Hunter to put like 15 seconds, maybe, something like that. 15 to 20 seconds, maybe, but Grayson hung in there really well. Wow, there's Jake Gibbs coming off the row. Awesome job from Katie here getting the angles. So there's Jake, and Grady is just a couple seconds behind him, maybe 5 seconds. Grady rocking them short shorts. Farmers here at HYROX Anaheim actually is 2 laps. It's kind of like an L shape. You'll see that right there on the screen. Katie's got it up there. It's an L shape, and they have to do it twice, which definitely helps out for the camera, not having to move around to get to see the guys run through twice. As we're waiting for Hunter to come in, just a quick little update earlier. I'll throw this out here. Lucy Proctor, a super up and coming athlete. She's 21 years old, over in France at Marseille. HYROX Marseille. She ran a 101.39. She ran a 102 and change in Dublin a couple of weeks ago. So she is coming for that Elite 15. And she mentioned, I think she's now in the top 15 for the majors qualifiers. So we expect to see her racing in Las Vegas in February, the next majors. So really exciting from the young athlete, and just 2 awesome performances within a couple of weeks of each other. All right. Looks like we have Hunter just coming in to the Farmers. Pull up these splits. Don't stand it. There he is right now. He's popping on the screen. He is into the Farmers carry with a total time of 40:17. I don't have a split on that for what that looks like for predicted finish time, but I will give you guys splits on how far back the next guys are. Hunter's still looking pretty good, moving with intention through there. we'll see him one more time because this is 2 laps of a 200 meter, 2 laps of a 100 meter course. There's Hunter, head down, breathing, and he's done. Nobody has entered the farmer's carry yet. With a minute 40 lead, you can do the farmer's carry in about a minute 40 if you hustle the whole thing. So, not really a surprise, but it does look like Hunter might be putting even more time on Grayson. Wondering if Grayson's really good row may have slowed him down on the run out of the row because it looks like he may be losing some time on Hunter right now. It'll be interesting to see when the next splits come up. Will be interesting to see whether Grady, Jake, or Austin have picked up time on Grayson. Still no split yet for anybody else in the Farmers. Looks like Katie is headed to the lunges or wall ball. She's going right to wall balls to make sure she gets a good spot. Still waiting on the splits coming in the Farmers. Gotta be Grayson's gotta be in there by now. All right. Grayson was 2 minutes back coming into the Farmers. Brady Jackson was 2:56 back from Hunter. So they're about a minute apart. So it looks like everybody just lost time on Hunter. It doesn't look like Grady made up a whole lot of time on Grayson. Hunter is just slowly but surely putting a little bit more time on everybody. And then so Grady is 2:56 back from Hunter. Jake is 3:01 back from Hunter. So the two of those guys, third and fourth, are only 5 seconds apart. Grady, Jackson, and Jake is battling it out for third right now. There's Katie's mentioned here on the live stream that there are quite a few women's doubles teams right now that are in the lunge area. So we'll see if they can clear a lane for these guys. Hopefully they don't have to do too much leading. Looks like the judges are kind of asking some of these athletes to shift over a little bit to give the men's pro a lane or two. Let's see if anybody made any moves on the farmer's carry. Still got Hunter, Grayson, Jake, and Grady out of the farmer's carry. So looks like Grayson is 212 back from Hunter out of the farmers. Jake is 306 back from Hunter. Grady is 311 back from Hunter. So Jake and Grady still 5 seconds apart. Nothing changed there. Grayson still has 50 seconds or so on third place. Jake in third place. So Jake and Grady did make up a little bit of time on Grayson, and Hunter is just continuing to build upon his lead. This could get interesting between second, third, and fourth here. There's a minute separating Grayson Kilgore in second, Jake Gibbs in third, and Grady Jackson in fourth. 1 minute between those three guys right now. And that could be really fun to watch here through the lunges, final run into the wall balls. A lot can happen in those two stations with one more run. whole lot of leg work with already a lot of leg fatigue. So a lot can happen, especially if somebody didn't pace things right or went out a little bit too hard on a station or a run. Um, so I'm really excited to see what happens with the and going forward. See a nice little technique there from that women's doubles team, back to back to hand off the sandbag. Nice little strategy there. You guys are doing doubles. Make sure you're practicing with your partner. Still no Grayson. Hunter did have over a 2-minute lead, so not super surprising, but we should see Grayson within the next 30 seconds, I would think. So got Hunter on screen here, cranking out his lunges. Still looks really strong, really controlled. Doesn't look like he's laboring. He's not taking really much of a rest when he stands up each time. He's not stepping all the way through. He is briefly pausing at the top of each rep, but pretty sure that's intentional. He's just doing that to manage his heart rate and not go out too hard on that station. Grayson is just picking up a sandbag now. So I think we had 4 lengths here for the sandbag lunges. We go down, back, and Hunter's on the final one, and Grayson just started. So Hunter is 3/4 of the way through the sandbag lunges before Grayson started. That equates to a 2-minute and 26-second lead on Grayson. So you put another 10 or so seconds, I think, on Grayson on that run. Sandbag lunges. It's really interesting to see what Hunter's final time is here. He's pretty much dominating from start to finish, increasing his lead a little bit, almost on every station, every run, just 5 to 10 seconds here and there. Really curious to see what his final time is. All right, so we got 3rd and 4th. So Grady and Jake are in to the lunges. Grady is 9 seconds ahead of Jake. So Grady's actually in 3rd, and Jake Gibbs in 4th. Jake is only 9 seconds back from Grady. Really, really nice battle there. They're both still about a minute and 10 seconds behind Grayson. So as long as Grayson continues what he's been doing, it looks like he will lock up 2nd place. Still not over yet. He's still got to do the work, but as long as he doesn't really blow it on the wall balls, it should be good for a 2nd place finish behind Hunter. So you see Grady and Jake. So there is Grayson coming towards us on the right side of the screen. So Grayson coming towards us here, and then you'll see him very far back on the left side of the screen. There's like triple short Grady Jackson. Grayson still looks pretty good, very controlled, doing pretty much the same thing Hunter was, just taking a brief pause at the top of each rep. And it looks like Austin Azar still in 5th. But it does look like Austin's about a minute, 45 seconds or so behind Grady and Jake. So it's possible he could make a move into the 3rd or 4th spot as well. So if Grayson keeps doing what he's doing, it looks pretty good. I think the real exciting battle right now is between Grady Jackson in 3rd, Jake Gibbs in 4th, and Austin Azar in 5th. I think that's the battle that's kind of shaping up right now. See if Katie can get us a really awesome spot. The wall balls is going to be the most crowded station. Everybody wants to see these guys finish the race. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for her to get a spot, but she's doing her best. I'll at least be able to get you guys splits on when they come in the wall balls, see who is how many seconds to do. All right, so looks like Katie just figured out for the video that which side they're going to be on. So she's now going to try to get a good spot. Huge shout out before we finish to Katie Simonson, who's handling the video camera on Hybrid Fitness Media. They are live on Instagram, and I am trying to give you guys some updates with a bunch of splits, commentary. All right, Grayson has exited the sandbag lunges. He is 2 minutes and 43 seconds behind Hunter. So Hunter put more time again on Grayson in that station. He's just putting 10 seconds on every station and every run on these guys. Really impressive showing for his first race back after Nice World Champ in June. We got Grady Jackson third out of the sandbag lunges. He's 45 seconds behind Grayson, which is not, that's doable. You can make up 45 seconds on the wall balls. We'll see what these guys have left in the tank. And we still have a run left. I mean, both Grayson and Grady are both really good runners. I don't know if I'd give one or the other really a leg up in the running. We got Hunter in there. He is well ahead of everyone. Hunter was 52.55 on his time into the wall ball. So if he were to do roughly a 3-minute wall ball, he'd be right around the 56 mark. He'll probably be a little over 3, but somewhere between 310 and 330 would be my guess. If he goes unbroken. He's looking good. He's looking real good. Not sure what's going on here with the wonder if Katie's getting yelled at again. I don't know. She get in trouble. I think they're letting Katie onto the course. Awesome job, Katie. Warner Hunter just took a little bit of break there. I'm guessing Hunter will be 56.30 to 57. He's taking another break here. He's taking his gloves off. Yeah. I think Hunter probably at this point knows he's going to put up a very good time. He's definitely finishing first, but he definitely wants to put in some good qualifying time. But it doesn't look like he's really gunning for a super, super top time because he usually doesn't drop that much and take that much time in between. Grayson just came in. He's in there in second. Grayson is 252 behind Hunter coming into the wall balls. So we should see within the next 20 to 30 seconds, we should see Grady, maybe Jake, maybe Austin coming in third. I wish I started counting Grayson's wall balls. I did not. Maybe he's at around 12, 13, maybe. Let's just go with it. 14, 15. Grady just entered the wall ball station about 45 seconds back. Roughly 20 to 25 wall balls behind Grayson. 56-47 for Hunter. Austin overtook Jake for fourth. All right, so Jake Gibbs is 22 seconds behind Grady Jackson, fighting for third place. So Grady is there in the funky colored backwards hat. And then to his right is Austin Azar in the black shorts, black hat. And then to Austin's right is Jake Gibbs in fifth. So Jake is only 22 seconds behind Grady. I don't know how quickly Austin came in fourth, actually, next to Grady. So Austin's got to be within 20 seconds of Grady. Grayson still looks really strong in second. Hunter's getting in the way of the camera, sucking up all the attention, as Hunter always does. Great job, though. Great performance by him. Grayson still looks pretty good. He is taking a break right now. He just dropped. He did a really big drop. So I think he's over 50 at this point at least. Maybe closer to 70. He still looks pretty decent. He doesn't look like he's struggling too much. I think he's going to hold on a second. Grady's taking a breather right now. Austin's taking a breather right now. Grady picks it back up. Austin picks it back up. How bad does Austin want it right now? Does he want to overtake Grady and get on that podium in third or what? Let's see. Grayson taking another break. Grayson's got to be getting close. I think his lead is still big enough on Grady. Grady dropped again. Austin hangs on. Austin also dropped, but he put in another 5 reps over Grady on that one. Grayson dropped again. Grayson is struggling a bit more than I thought. I thought he was really close, but he took another breather. Grady and Austin are both doing bigger sets than Grayson is right now. And right as I say that, Grady drops again. Austin still hanging on, doing a few extra. Austin maybe putting a few extra reps in on Grady. We could see a race to the up the carpet to the finish line. Grayson is done. Grayson with a time of 59:46. Basically 3 minutes behind Hunter. So Grady and Austin both dropping, both picking up again at the same time. I think they're only about 5 wall balls apart. This is exciting. And they're right next to each other too. So they could probably hear the judge counting for the other person. This is fun. This is why I love the race. Jake's not that far behind Austin either. I haven't been able to see if Jake is doing bigger sets. Jake's in the white shorts there. We've got Grady on the left, Austin Azar in the middle in black, and Jake Gibbs, can't see his shorts, white shorts there on the right. These are 3, 4, and 5 right now. This could be really exciting to watch these guys sprint to the finish. Grady looks like he's struggling to get. Oh, he just finished. Grady takes third. Austin's got to be just a couple reps back. You see Hunter there in the background cheering him on. Jake's just shaking his head no. I wonder if these judges giving him some no reps. Austin finishes up in fourth. And Jake right behind Austin. All right, let's see. Top. Don't have a time for Austin because he wasn't showing up in the live feed, the stream here on, or not the stream, but the live results on HYROX. But Hunter, first place, 56.47. Grayson Kilgore, second place, 59.46. About 3 minutes back from Hunter. In third place, we had Brady Jackson, uh, 4 minutes and 5 seconds back. He finished with a time of 1 hour and 52 seconds. Austin Azar came in fourth. I do not have an official time for Austin. And then Jake Gibbs was fifth with a time of 101.17. So thank you again to Hybrid Fitness Media and Katie Simonson for all the wonderful coverage. She got onto the course twice illegally and got kicked off both times, but she got us some extra coverage there. So thank you so much, Katie. Thank you to Hybrid Fitness Media. Make sure you guys go follow them on Instagram and YouTube. And thanks for tuning in for this live commentary for HYROX Anaheim 2024. We will see you guys for the next one.